Yo, Hendo here, Average Dude Slow-Pitch. Today we're bringing you the brand new Miken Primo. This is the one piece, so 13-inch barrel, half-ounce end load. Those that don't know, obviously Miken's kind of part of that Rawlings brand, so you've got Miken, Easton, Worth, kind of all the same play. So I've heard some people guess this is going to be a repaint of kind of one of the one pieces now. I'm guessing, like most companies, they're probably going to keep kind of improving on the tech the best they can. So we'll see if there's a difference, how it performs compared to those Bedlams, the Resis, and the Tantrums at this point. So we'll get this on the tester here in a second. You're going to see for the first portion of swings for myself, we're going to be back over at the field in Dona Ana, New Mexico. I didn't record the intro there, as you can tell here, but we were out there for about 30 minutes, and then we got kicked off the field for supposedly a reservation, but they didn't have any paper for the reservation, but we weren't going to get in an argument there. So luckily, Coach Laura allowed us to come out here. He's Oregon Mountain High School, so we're able to get some swings. So you're going to see everyone else's swings here. I'll finish up with some swings here as well. We've got 335 down the left field line, between 360 and 370, depending which power alley we're talking about. 395 to center, and then James out here, so we're going to have our one wrong-handed swinger, and we've got 350 down the line here, and then 375 to his power alley. So he's going to have to put in some work for that. It's about 85 degrees right now, so we'll, like we've talked about, get through kind of the one bag of balls. Once they sit out there and cook, they're pretty useless to go through a second round. So that's going to allow us to put about 100 to 150 swings here on this one. Depending where its compression starts, we'll kind of swing it to make it make sense on how many swings it needs. If it's going to start closer to 250, you'll probably see 50 to 75 swings, just to see kind of how it performs, where it brings the compression to. Any higher than kind of that mark, 275 or higher, we'll shoot for about 100 and see where it finishes for us. But real excited to try this one out. Let's get some swings on it, come back, final compression, final thoughts. All right, real quick before we throw swings on it, we've got the new one-piece Miken Primo. Again, 13-inch barrel, half-ounce end load. It's a max load, so we're gonna see how this performs. There's a belief here that we're gonna get pretty similar to either Tantrums or Bedlams. However, compression-wise tells us a little differently. We're at 280. So Bedlams we're testing 250-ish, sometimes slightly lower. Tantrums 250 or lower. I know the red and black gray Canal Tantrum, a lot of those we're testing a little bit higher. So just something to kind of keep in mind. But we're gonna, like I said, throw some swings on this, work on bringing that compression down. Probably about 100 swings total, just to kind of see where it's at. Yeah, and this side's testing right at 265. So between 275 265, see how this thing performs, how it compares to the other one pieces kind of from Rawlings, which for those that aren't aware, that's Miken, Easton, and obviously Worth as well. So kind of same-ish factory and should be kind of the same type of production, but let's see how this thing performs and go from there. Let's see how this performs compared to, let's say, like the Tantrums, the Resis, and then the Bedlams, which are all your Rawlings kind of affiliated one pieces I've dropped this year. This is the highest starting compression of any of them so far, so pretty excited about that. Hopefully it'll hold and perform great, and we might have found the new kind of go-to, especially for those guys that get tested. And as we talked about a little bit in the intro, again, our velo always has issues out here at Dona Ana because there's a bunch of new cell towers they put up. So we have the min set to 87 or 88 miles an hour. So you are going to see with some of the guys, you're not going to see velos pop up on the screen, simply because if I set it to anything lower than that, the false reading that we get, or the random reading from the jamming or radars, whatever you want to call it, is 84 miles an hour 99% of the time. And so that saves that. It's only every now and then it gives us like a 112, 113, and you'll see it spit out at a random time. And so if you hear that, just know that's probably what it is. Maybe I'll take credit for one of those at some point, but it seems like it hit hard enough.
90 miles per hour.
Okay, first swing, I'm willing to bet that was the sweet spot based off the feel. I wish I had a ball mark, but I don't. But the very first thing, how I can tell you it comes from a Rawlings factory is, it's just got that softer feel still. It has a Bedlam, definitely a Bedlam feel off that first swing.
91 miles per hour.
Well, that ball, so we still have a little bit of wind. It's according to the radar, or the app, it's 4 to 5 miles an hour blowing this way with gusts up to 12. We haven't seen a gust in a while, so nothing too crazy. Could be slightly higher, but that ball carried out to 350-ish. And again, these are hardcore, or not hardcores, these are ZNs, Pro-Ms, and Razo Pro-Ms, so nothing too crazy either.
100 miles per hour.
Yeah, I'm getting very Bedlam vibes here. You get the that softer sweet spot with still good performance. And then the one ball I've caught a little higher, you get that's where the stiffness comes in, to let you know you kind of missed, and it still performs.
100 miles per hour.
Yeah, it's a forgiving one piece. And if it was just all black and you asked me what bat I was swinging, I'll tell you it's a Bedlam. And I will say, from my personal opinion, having watched kind of the social media and what the purchase prices and everything, the bat that I think everyone is sleeping on and you're really missing out is the Bedlam, because I think the Bedlam's the best performing one piece currently out. Now, if you care about compression, we've talked about this before, the Bedlam's gonna fail pretty fast, the one piece that is. I know Phil Matt's used his two piece, the green one, 12.5, for a while lately, and it's been passing fine. But most of the one piece Bedlams will fail pretty quick. Tantrums are the same way at that point. So if you're gonna have two that are gonna fail, you might as well use the better one, which is gonna be the Bedlam. The Resi, I still think the Bedlam outperforms the Resi, but we are seeing about 200, 250 swings on the Resi before it fails. So if you care about testing, the Resi might be a little bit better, but it's way harder to find, and I definitely wouldn't pay $350, $400 for them. We sold a few recently for about $305. Some people told us even that price is too high. I hate to tell you, but it's $275 with tax and shipping from Easton. We don't have a discount code with them or anything like that. Headbangers don't carry them, so we got to pay normal price. So I can't sell them for less than that, because I got to at least break even with shipping. But at that point, these are available, and if you get with us, I can promise you the price is far better than what you're going to buy some of those other ones. So if you see Bedlams, and at this point, we'll see how this keeps performing with the Primo, and we'll see what James and Junior think about it. This might be the one to go with, and like I told people with the Bedlam, same thing. Get them before they're sold out, and you have to pay more.
99 miles per hour.
Yeah, dude, it feels great. The same thing with the Rawlings bats we've always had at Easton, and we've mentioned this, anybody's watched them. The velos have always been slightly low with the Pro-Ms, regular Pro-Ms. I do think these bats are meant for more of the hardcore, super duper stadiums, things like that. But 99 and 100 on a line like that, on a bat that started at 275, is still great. It is a little softer at times, but it's going to perform just fine. I mean, I've seen people destroying just about any ball with the Bedlams as well, so don't worry too much about that. And again, the point of the velo isn't to be like, hey, we can hit 107. It's when you see what that sweet spot is consistently doing for us, and let's just say today it's 100 with this bat. When we miss the sweet spot, what are we getting? And if the answer is 98 everywhere else, you're seeing a 2 mile per hour drop off, which is far better than 107 if I catch the eye, let's say, and then everywhere else is 95. Great, you have an incredibly good sweet spot, but for the 98% of us that don't catch the sweet spot in every swing, I want this to perform a whole lot better, and I'll give up a little bit of that sweet spot performance. I said no.
91 miles per hour.
Here's off the hands. Off the hands, and we two-hop the 360 portion. Yeah, this is I hate to call things repaints, because I mean, again, it's a different brand. I know it's the same factory, but it feels like a Bedlam repaint, and the Bedlam is still one of my favorites. I don't swing it purely because I get tested, and so that's caused me problems there. But I would buy these up before they sell out for sure, especially if you just want something real hot. And again, Junior, how many times have you been tested?
Me never.
Never tested. James, outside of military, how many times have you been tested? Would you say more than 50% of tournaments? Way less. Way less. So James, Florida does a lot of his playing time, some student out in New Mexico, I think a couple other places. Obviously Junior's mostly New Mexico, but again, if you're part of that 75+% of people that don't get tested a lot, and you really don't care about the compression at that point, this is gonna be, along with that Bedlam, probably the hottest one piece you can swing. And it's so forgiving, you don't know you're swinging a one piece. So one piece performance with two piece forgiveness.
95 miles per hour.
Well over the berm, dude. And that's the point I have with the Rawlings exit velo, right? Like 95, which we swung the new Piers recently. That same swing I feel like was right at 99, so a little bit of a difference. But I think that one probably went further. It's on a line and over our berm. So again, who cares what reading we're getting off there? It's more of the consistency piece, so you know what kind of forgiveness you're getting.
95 miles per hour.
Well, then there's 95 with lots of launch angle and way over our berm. We just one-hop that blue building. Oh, this is gonna be a favorite. And the end load, I mean, it's a half ounce, so it definitely doesn't feel heavy. If you're somebody who likes a little heavier bat, this is a 26, you can go to 27. I can only imagine how much better this will perform at 27. I hit the 27 Bedlam a lot better. Again, I recommend the heaviest bat. You can still maximize your swing speed, still gotta be able to control it, that kind of thing. But if you can go to 27, go to a 27, and I think you're gonna see even more performance.
109 miles per hour.
Oh, well, take back everything I said about not being able to get exit velo with a Miken. I don't know the last time I hit 109 with a regular Pro-M, but that ball was sizzled off this thing.
101 miles per hour.
Yeah, there's a definite spot slightly high of center that you get a little more of a crack sound to. And I think that's your no kidding sweet spot. So that means the forgiveness on this is just wild as well. If we were doing what we were doing without that sweet spot being hit consistently so far.
104 miles per hour.
Oh yeah.
105 miles per hour.
Slipped out of the box for 105, I'll take it.
104 miles per hour.
Well, you can ask for more than 104 across the berm right there.
88 miles per hour.
Guys, we're going to start prepping our field for our games today.
Okay.
Our water and everything's going to start turning on.
Okay, we'll pick it up then.
Picking it up.
108 miles per hour. 103 miles per
It
hour.
sounded way different. I was right there.
Well, you definitely can't ask for more than that. But we're gonna have to call pause on it. Go find us a different field at this point. You hear about this one, but performance on here is amazing. We'll come back a little bit more. Final thoughts here in a little while. All right, picking up where we were left off. We're back here, like we mentioned, Primo. You can see a new field. We got kicked off Donana. We'll talk about that later. We're having, again, field access issues here in Cruces. Hopefully here, Oregon Mountain High School and Apodaca will be our go-tos going forward. But anyways, let's go ahead, like I mentioned, beat the wind. It actually seems a little less windy out here than we were more on the other side of town. But let's get some swings we mentioned. Now you'll get to see everyone else swing. I'll get a few more on here as well. Final compression, final thoughts.
84 miles per hour.
What it is.
80 miles per hour. 85 miles per hour. 86 miles per hour. 82 miles per hour. 84 miles per hour.
How do you like it?
Feels like the, well, it feels better than the tantrum actually.
Which I agree, because I think the Bedlam's better than the Tantrum, and I think it feels like a Bedlam, which I know you didn't swing,
I
but
didn't get to swing that one. I mean, I love one pieces. It feels like a good one piece.
86 miles per hour.
86?
86, yeah.
90 miles per hour. 89 miles per
Yeah, that
hour.
feels good, man.
89 miles per hour.
Is that 91?
I think so. I couldn't
It
really
had to
hear.
be, because it doesn't go below 88.
90 miles per hour.
There it is. Good.
All right, give me
Yeah,
your
so-
thoughts, Junior. Give me your thoughts.
So, all in all, I did get a chance to swing the Bedlam. This is, what's the price difference between this and the Bedlam right now?
They're the same. Well,
Yeah.
Bedlams are sold out, so right
Yeah.
now, I guess technically cheaper by a
I
little bit.
promise you guys this
But
gets,
it's
yeah.
about $100 cheaper than if you find a Resi on the market, and about 50 to 60 cheaper than a Tantrum.
This gets sold out next for sure. Like when it comes to that Bedlam, this is right there. If you're a one-piece person and you really like that Bedlam feel, this is like a twin in my opinion. This is a good bat. All in all, it feels good. I've always liked one-piece bats. This is easy to control. Definitely gonna get sold out if you want to get your hands on one and you're a Bedlam fan and you don't get tested. We're gonna test this, see how it goes, but very good option. I agree.
All right, everyone else has kind of already swung it. I just want to put some swings on it back at this field as well. I messed up and didn't charge the battery enough for the radar, so we are down a radar for these last how many swings, but you've seen the speeds with everyone else swinging. At this point, it's just to get some swings out here, so probably put a handful more and then get that final compression for you. Yeah, man, super forgiving. That was towards the end. We carried one hop to 340, so further than the ball.
Oh, my bad.
Woo! Came off good. Oh. Dude, we're sailing out there. Sailing out there.
Yeah, that was way different sound right there.
and still tracked it.
Yeah, this bat's gas though. Like you said, it's a bedlam and almost a tantrum, a little juiced up to be honest. With the compression on it, it reminds me of the one-piece resi as far as holding. And then we'll see obviously where it's at, but with the 275 starting mark, the way it feels, I'm gonna guess it still passes. Again, it's hot out here, things like that, so we'll let it cool down as much as we can, but it feels good. You could easily game it from swing number 1. About 20-25 swings in, it definitely felt like it opened up more though, so maybe put some BP swings on it, but as we've always mentioned, 52s, rotate the barrel to break it in, and then just game it from there. But let's get final compression, then we'll get final thoughts. All right, now that we got about 100 swings here with our Pro-Ms on the Miken Primo one piece, let's go ahead and see where it's testing at. Again, a little warm out here. We let it cool down for the most part, so we'll see where it's at. But even with it being in the sun, having just hit it, we're sitting right at 240 with about 100 swings. So it is still passing. I do think you'll get about 5 to even 10 PSI back on it. If the barrel, I mean, I can feel the barrel's pretty warm out here. I just don't have we let it sit as long as we could really out here before heading out. So just something to keep in mind. We'll talk about it more in the final thoughts. All right, now that we're swings, velo, and final compression complete here with the one-piece Miken Primo, not a ton to say here. As kind of expected, it felt a lot like kind of the one pieces that have come from the kind of the Rawlings factories at this point, but honestly with some improvements and a little bit of a mix of all of them. So for me, the kind of almost wood baseball type feel as far as the sound and everything goes remind me a lot of the one-piece resi. The starting compression was similar to the one-piece resi or even the Grey Cannell black and red Tantrum. The performance itself, not quite as soft as this year's Tantrum. Reminded me barrel-wise a lot more of last year's Tantrum, and a mix between that and this year's Bedlam. If you haven't swung this year's Bedlam yet and you're, let's say, a Tantrum or a resi fan, I will say I do think you're missing out. I believe compression not mattering, the one-piece Bedlam is the best one-piece on the market currently. If you care about compression, I think that changes some things. The Kinetic's one of my favorites as far as that goes. But the no compression side of things, you take that Bedlam, now you have this one which started 25 PSI higher than the average Bedlam we've seen and performs every bit as good with not quite as soft of a barrel. The sweet spot, ball absolutely flies. The no kidding sweet spot though was a little small, but that's not necessarily a bad thing with this bat because the first 10 or 15 swings, I thought I was catching sweet spot based on performance, speeds, all of that, and then caught the no kidding sweet spot and the ball absolutely flew off of it. So what I'm getting at with that is, even without catching the no kidding sweet spot, we were seeing 99, 100, 101, 102, I think is where I was at. And then sweet spot, we got way up there with speeds. I think like a 109, the one that was over to shortstop, 107, things like that. So tons of forgiveness. Bat feels great. You get one-piece performance with a two-piece feel as far as forgiveness. Doesn't sting your hands. Even when you catch it low, it's a quick rattle in the hands, but not a sting. So I highly recommend, if you're a one-piece fan, especially if you're somebody who's been waiting for, let's say, a resi restock, you're waiting for the Tantrums to come back in, you want to try the Bedlams you missed out, this is going to be the one to go with. I think, again, whether these don't sell out quick, it's going to be one of those that enough people are getting their hands, try it out, then they'll move fast. And if you miss kind of the mark on them, I don't know what their plan is with these, if this is going to be something that gets restocked or if it's a limited bat, whatever it might be. But at a minimum, grab one of these for now, even if you're waiting for the resi. Try it out. If you for some reason decide, hey, I don't like it and I just want that Resmondo, fine. You're still not going to spend a lot on this one. I believe if you get with us or really any rep Headbangers, I'm not sure who else carries them, but I want to say they're right around 230 shipped. So compared to the 330 plus market on the resis, you're saving 100 bucks. Bedlams are sold out. Haven't really seen too many private sales on those, but I think you're still 20, 30 cheaper there. Tantrums are 250 to 300. So you're still cheaper with all those ones, and you get a bat that performs as well and possibly holds compression even better. Again, ours was right at 240 in the sun after hitting. Didn't get to rest it a whole lot of time, but willing to bet it's closer to that 250 mark, which 100 swings on a bat that we shouldn't have been BPing with Pro-Ms anyways, use 52s. You're talking about a lot of game swings where you have to worry about this thing failing. So again, highly recommend this one. If you want to pick one up, reach out to us or head over to Headbanger Sports, use code ADS. We definitely have some still in stock. Miken still has them in stock as well. I don't have a promo code for them. I'm not sure if there are promo codes for Miken specific website, but another spot you can pick them up. I'm sure other dealers have them as well. But either way, recommend grabbing one of these before they're gone. Let us know if you have any questions. If you have any comments, concerns for us, drop them down in the comments. Head over to averagesslowpitch.com, shoot us an email, text, whatever. We'll get back to you the fastest we can. But we're always open to kind of criticism. If there's something different you want to see, you want us to change up something about the video, as long as it makes sense, we're willing to try it out and do it for you. And hopefully we can kind of keep these reviews rolling. The summer, we can obviously only get so many done, one with tournament stuff like that, but also the heat. And now, right now, still the wind, because I don't know what New Mexico's doing to us. But we'll keep trying to roll out at least 2 to 3 reviews a week. If there's a bat you want to see we haven't put out yet, let us know. It might already be in kind of on our schedule to drop, But if it's not, we'll let you know and then we'll work on picking it up. But either way, hopefully you enjoyed the video. Thanks for supporting the channel. Have a great day.